National Division II tournament tonight. It is after 10:30 as this tournament has gone late. It's often the case with the tournament with games stacked back to back to back. And in a minute, we're going to recognize the Manhattan Chief, who finished second in the National Division II Christian Homeschool Association tournament. And the announcers are preparing to recognize the players of Manhattan Chief. So we'll keep it right here. The first player to come to center court and receive a medal from Mike Stewart, the chair of the board of the ND2 tournament. And Patrick takes his place at center court. Derek Bowman, who's played so well and been the leading scorer for much of this season for Manhattan Chief, comes forward to receive his medal. Nathan McNellis walks to center court. Nathan, that outstanding athlete. Derek Bowman, such a great athlete, and Nathan McNellis also so athletic and like a smaller version of Derek Bowman. Luke Cassida, this young up-and-coming star, outstanding ball handler, three-point shooter. Look for great things from Luke Cassida in the future. Noah Saltz, another one of the youth movement for Manhattan Chief. Noah, this fine young man, will be an excellent inside player in the future. Dylan Peters, the coach's son, who's played such outstanding basketball, led Chief in scoring for much of this game. Dylan walks to center court, where he also receives a medal from Mike Stewart of board chair of ND2. Josh Patterson, a senior transfer who came over and has played so well, contributed so much to Manhattan Chief. And Josh takes his place with his teammates at center court. James Wilson, ball handler, three-point shooter, come up big in so many fourth quarters for Manhattan Chief. James receives his medal and takes his place at center court. The coaching staff being recognized. John Peters, head coach of Manhattan Chief. If there was a coach of the year in this conference, it would have to be John Peters. In his first year of action, to take his team to the top two of KCAA, the top two of ND2, hats off to John Peters. Sid Patterson, assistant coach, receiving his medal, and now DeQuan Simmons receives his medal. The coaching staff of John Peters, Sid Patterson, DeQuan Simmons, and John McNellis. John coaches the JV team. John's not out on the court tonight. He's coming forward to take pictures. Manhattan Chief posing for a photograph on center court. Let's take a quick look at our scoring for the Cornerstone Saints. Noah Frederick came up big, and with 16 points, Brady Steinlage had 10 points, and Aaron Mullen had 9 points, Andrew Mercer 6. Some big free throws down the stretch for the Cornerstone Saints. They were able to prevail by a score of 50-41. For Manhattan Chief, our scoring looks like this. Josh Patterson had 2 points. James Wilson had 8 points. Patrick Schrader had 9 points. Derek Bowman finished with 10 points. And Dylan Peters led his team in scoring with 12 points. So that's 41 for Manhattan Chief, 50 for the Cornerstone Saints on this night after the Chief were outscored in the fourth quarter as they led at every quarter break all the way through the first three-fourths of this game. But they were outscored in the fourth by 10 points, and it is the Cornerstone Saints who prevailed.
23, Cody Highland.
So let's take a look forward. It's been a long and extraordinarily exciting season. Manhattan Chief claims top two in 2 tournaments, both at state and at ND2. And there is one more tournament for Manhattan Chief, as Manhattan Chief will be headed to what's called Nationals. It's actually the National Christian Homeschool Championships in Springfield, Missouri. And that will take place on March March 13th. So it is a week break for Manhattan Chief, and we have some very exciting news because an additional set of advertisers are supporting those broadcasts so we can extend our season and continue to bring you more Chief basketball on Angel 95. Special thanks to the sponsors of Chief basketball broadcasts. Our lead sponsor is Manhattan Christian College, educating, equipping, and enriching Christian leaders since 1927. And those who are part of Churches for Chief, College Heights Baptist Church, leading our community to follow Jesus. First Presbyterian Church of Manhattan, loving and serving God and one another. Manhattan Church of Christ, pray, study, share, sharing life in Jesus Christ. And Lighthouse Baptist Church, home of the Beacon Center mission, neighbors helping neighbors, and home court of Manhattan Chief. Many thanks to Liz Wilson